Welcome back to the channel, you Kookz. So we've been busy here in End Studios, and since Kevin was away in Vail, I learned how to weld while he was away. So in this episode, we're going to show you how we built all of our furniture out of metal. We started with a metal battery box for safety, and we ended up loving welding so much that we built our whole thing out of metal. So in this process, we did learn that welding is a little bit more work up front. With each weld, we had a good teamwork going on. I would weld, Kevin would grind, so both of us were getting after it. We actually noticed that with building it with the metal frames, that you have so much more storage space because you don't have all this bulky wood framing. So we are maximizing all that storage space in the van as much as we can, and we're going to show you how we get into it in this episode. We hope you enjoyed two Kookz welding for the first time. We've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes.
We are starting on our bed frame. Danny has become quite the welder while I've been gone, and she's about to prep this metal.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to clean the metal with this wire brush. You don't have to clean it too much. It looks like this originally down here, and you want it to look like this when you're done cleaning it, and then we're going to seal it with something afterwards. So we're going to clean it, Kevin's going to do that, and then I'm going to make some cuts over here. So after that's clean, then we'll make cuts, and we have all of our measurements. So we're just going to clamp them together and then tack weld them and weld them.
I feel like you're headed somewhere without me. Sacramento.
Danny's working on the bed here, and she's welding a frame, and we have a rock and roll bed hinge that's going to attach to this, and Danny's getting after it, so I'm going to let you guys watch her assemble the frame here. So Danny did an amazing job on this bed frame. We're testing how it fits with the water jug. And here she comes. This is the rock and roll hinge we were showing you inside the van. So we salvaged this from an old RV, and it works perfect. And now we're going to add a drawer here for underneath the bed. This was all scrap metal. This was an old bed frame, and we just chopped it up. And now Danny's gonna put together the drawers, and we're some
heavy duty drawer sliders, some 500 pounders, because this is a big drawer and who knows what the new owners are gonna put in this drawer. So we're gonna make it so they don't ever have to replace these drawer sliders in case they overfill it.
We've made our job harder. That's what you do on these van builds. You find new things that you can tweak, and you go with it and commit a few more days. So this is going to be a bed extension. So we're going to have a few pieces in here cut to size, and then when the bed does its thing, so it'll be in couch, and then when it comes out to bed, the bed's fairly small, so now you'll be able to pull it out and make it about 50 to 52 inch bed. So it went from being a twin to being a bed that two people can fit on. And we found this piece of scrap out in the yard. It was a perfect little piece. And now we're about to go look for more.
I'm afraid of the distance between us.
Something we learned to speed up the process is to drill the holes after you make the cut. We spent about 4 hours the other day drilling holes in our metal cabinets. Also a nice tip, keep your drill bits lasting longer, so you need to sharpen them all the time. Just a little dab of grease on there.
Alright, so here is the rock and roll feature. Everything, the screws are a little loose, so if it gets a little wonky, that's why. And it goes like that. And that's all the extra bed that you get.
We are working on the bed frame, so we're getting rid of this rinky-dink trailer park trash frame. We're gonna use this sheet of wood. So basically we just matched it. We matched it twice. There's the other one. And then we're gonna piano hinge another piece out. So then we'll have a much larger bed. So we will show you here shortly. So here's the back. We're just gonna replace that old dingy spring thing to this nice piece of wood. So here it's on the rock and roll frame. It's got the extension out. Now we are working on matching a piece for this. And we got our piano hinges and we're gonna have that flip out. So here are the brackets I made for the bed. This is the base. It goes on here and then it connects to the rock and roll bed frame right here. So we're almost done with this and Danny is wrapping up paint. Take a second, show you the bed inside. Got the water tank underneath. And right now we are sanding our bed boards here. So we're gonna sand them, clean them up, and then finish them off using our circular sanders 220 grit. What a difference some finished wood makes to that bed frame. So I'll show you, we got our custom brackets on there. Doing that, Danny's marking the front. So we're making sure this front will flip down nice. You can see we got the double layer. We're gonna put that on a piano hinge. And then that's gonna come out with this slide out. And you'll see soon, very soon.
So you just put the piano hinge on it. So here we go. And then this thing's gonna flip out. Rock and roll. Huge. You could fit like, you'd definitely always be entertaining.
We're working on the fridge drawer slash countertop here. We're gonna do the whole van out of metal. We're really challenging ourselves.
Learning new skills.
Danny just welded a few spots. So here's kind of how you're gonna do your stuff. You're just gonna kind of clamp everything, tack weld it, and then weld it all together.
There's something I should do more quickly. She just got a job in New York City. I'm afraid of the distance between us.
So how we are attaching our drawer slider rails are on these 2-inch angle iron, and we pre-drilled the holes on the drill press, and they're just gonna sit in like this, and we got them on both sides. And Danny's gonna grab the tray she made, and the tray is a nice steel tray. If you're out there wondering why all the steel, well, we have a dually.
Yeah. And this part here, it had on the fridge, it has some legs, and we didn't want it to be like not supported and the weight of the fridge just be in the center, so we put these for the legs. So we're on the hunt for angle irons, and Ethan, who's N Studio, he's who owns N Studio. He's just always asked for extra steel, so he just has a whole stack of steel that's just waiting to be used for projects. So he said we could choose whatever we want. He'd rather us stick to the shorties. which is perfect because it's a van, so it's not very big.
It's a wasp danger zone over here. Danny's getting the bandsaw set to 45 degrees, and we are going to start chopping up this angle iron. We just cleaned it, and we're gonna make a countertop out of it. Here we go. All right, we got a C-head composting toilet here, and it's a pretty sweet little device. It's about half the price of some of the others. And I'll just kind of give you a peek. Danny's favorite thing is the pee jug. It's removable. It's a little gallon jug in there. You can use anything you want. With this angle iron, we're gonna build a frame around the toilet. Here's our C-head composting toilet inside of our toilet drawer. So we're gonna mount these on the floor here. We got these hinges. They're 100-pound hinge, but the toilet's actually still gonna rest on the floor, so it's never really gonna take the weight. The toilet total with the base is probably around 20 pounds, so we're good. Danny's just doing some measurements. We're gonna start building the rest of the cabinet here to go over the toilet and continue the cabinets here. Okay, so here's what we got so far. We got our C-head toilet's gonna live in here, slide out with some drawers above. Here's our fridge. And now we took measurements for a tall cabinet to go right here. So big tall cabinet there. We got our bed flipped out. And we are just here at the welding shop. Let's see what Danny's up to. Getting ready.
The life sucks. I don't know if you feel like I'm feeling. I just landed somewhere near the sea. I'm not scared of the distance anymore.
So we just finished this, and it's been this is our first one where it's not just square. We had to meet the angles up here and bring it in and have it be perfect. Now we just got to make some connection pieces back here, but because the curve of the wall, we just met it, and then we figured we would find places to anchor this in back here. So that's how we dealt with that weird angle of the Sprinter.
So we made some L brackets here, and these are going to basically attach our cabinet to the wall. So guys, after about 80 tries, we got our L brackets in place. The cabinet actually fits.
So what we did is we made these L brackets, and we put them across and put them in place, and then we marked on the inside where the line was going to go so we could get that correct angle for it to hit the wall. Can't believe it worked.
We just measured all the shelves. We're going to put 4 shelves on here. We were just in the van. It is really hot here. We were measuring the shelf distances and where they are level. And now we're going to chop up all our shelves and assemble this and hopefully finish this by tonight and maybe start on our upper cabinets.
A lot of this consists of going in the van, checking it, tack welding it, checking it. So that's what we're about to do right now.
Well, it's about 98 degrees and Danny is in the suit. I wish you guys could see how hot it is. And we got to turn the fan off while Danny welds, so we got to sit through it.
Feel like I'm feeling. I just landed somewhere near the sea. I'm not scared of the distance anymore.
Getting close to getting this side done. The upper cabinet is in there, the tall cabinet. Now we got to do these here. And then the next phase is this side. And then we got to finish these, and we got to do a lot more. But we are making some progress, guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Join us next week where we build the other half of the van with metal. We couldn't fit it all into this episode. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us out, help other people find our videos so they can build their own van. And also, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. We love reading your comments, good, bad, funny, whatever. We'll see you next week as we build the rest of this. And if you don't follow us on Instagram, we are very live on Instagram. So we actually go live on Instagram. So if you want to follow us and be way more up to date on what we're doing, hit us up on Instagram at Kookz with a Z. We'll see you next time, guys.
I am living, breathing proof that life sucks.